Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Antiheroes Anonymous, or welcome for the first time if it's your first time joining us. I'm Ethan, and I'm the Dungeon Master for this 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons show! And I have 4 wonderful players who play with me every week, and they will now introduce themselves and their characters. Nick, if you wouldn't mind starting us off.
Hi, I'm Nick. I play Sir Thaddeus Hammerlock, a human vengeance paladin.
Hi, I'm Kay. I play Harmony, who is a tiefling wild magic sorcerer. That's it.
I'm Melissa. I play Mara, who is a human rogue cleric.
Hi, I'm Zach, and I play Hunter, who's a Warforged fighter ranger.
So a couple quick announcements, agenda items, and then a recap, and then we'll get straight into our show. We stream on Twitch every Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific time, and then post our YouTube episodes to YouTube the following Wednesday. Throughout the show, we use a variety of custom items as well as a custom wild magic table, so be aware of that as you're watching. Our music comes from BattleBards, TabletopAudio, and Incompetech. And our character portraits on the info cards and the starting screen were drawn by an artist named Carrie Peach. Carrie Draws on Twitter. If you're watching us on Twitch, you can check the channel page for links and info to pretty much everything I just mentioned and more. And if you're watching us on YouTube, you can check the video description for similar information. And then, if you want more information about us, when we're going live, when we're skipping episodes due to sickness, plague, whatever, you can follow us on Twitter at AntiheroesAnon. And again, if you missed that, it's in the video description / channel page. Other than that, we hope you enjoy the show, and we do hope to see you back next time. So, a quick recap before we get straight into it. The party picked up Eli and Dawn in the town of Redwater on their way to the city of Ravenmoor to save their friend Mandus. When they arrived in Ravenmoor, they saw that Queen Ixlati, a warrior queen of the UNT, had been enslaving the citizens to build a sinister pyramid over a portal to the Shadowfoe. The party then went into the sewers of the city and defended a group of refugees that included Alan, an orphan who they'd met in their previous stint in the city. The next morning, they departed and went to the Temple of the Raven Queen, where they fought against a warforged mind flayer named Kuor, who they'd had run-ins with before. And then they descended below the temple, where they found a place known as the Library of Bones and Memories, and learned about the origins of the Raven Queen herself. There, in sort of a hidden back room known as the Sepulchre of Ravens, they found a memory of the Raven Queen's ascension to godhood, and were able to successfully, albeit barely, prevent Alkeen from getting his hands on it. They then retreated with the memory to a UNT ruins outside of the city, where they are now pondering their next move. And we had just ended last session with a long rest. And so we will pick up today with morning arriving. It's sort of hard to tell that morning has come, but you wake up feeling rested as you can in this ancient, dank, dusty UNT ruin that you find yourself in. And yeah, slowly, one by one, you sort of come to consciousness, and someone ends up making food, I presume, and you find yourself sort of sitting around and discussing what to do next, and that's where we'll pick up.
Yeah.
I put Thaddeus and point, did you see Harmony and Eli last night?
It's hard to miss.
Are they the cutest or what?
They are pretty.
You guys are kind of quiet still, by the way.
Sorry, we're stage whispering. They are pretty.
Oh, I see.
We're discussing how precious Harmony and Eli are.
Before our discussion earlier, I would have maybe said, he seems a little young for her, but now I know better.
I know what.
He just acts a little younger. Harmony, when you come to consciousness, you're still experiencing the effects of the wild magic that triggered, and you slowly begin to hear the sounds of people talking around you, but it just goes into your ears as that Charlie Brown sort of noise. When the adults are talking in Charlie Brown. You know?
Yeah.
But You wake up feeling like your head is sort of abnormally heavy. And as you lift your head up, you hear like a flapping of wings, and the weight on your horns adjusts itself. And then you hear another wah 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 sound next to your ear. And the rest of you hear, coming from Harmony's direction, albeit from an invisible source, a voice that says, "Hey, boss! Careful what you're doing! I'm right here, you know."
I reach up
Is
and
that?
squeeze.
Yeah!
Oh, hi, Moloch.
Is that Moloch? Moloch, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Who else?
Good.
Oh, I can't understand him
Did
either.
you say good?
This is the worst.
I wanted to talk to him.
And he immediately
That's
begins
right.
like talking to Harmony. I've already forgotten what you told me. You sent him off to
to escort Gloriana
Right.
to safety.
So you guys hear him reporting to Harmony, and he says, "So, boss, that halfling lady, yeah, she made it safely to where she was going, so I'm back." But Harmony, you of course still.
And they'll be like, well, the fact that you're here probably means that either Gloriana is safe or she's dead. And I'm going to assume it's the former.
which comes out in a string of chirps.
Moloch, there's no use talking to her. She can't understand any of this, as far as I know.
What? What's wrong with her? What's going on? What?
You know her wild magic?
Yeah. I mean, that's why I'm here.
She's got a pretty serious dose of it going on right now.
All right. Well,
I just look at Biako and just go,
But don't leave.
Byakko just kind of like winks back at you. Moloch, though, notices this interaction between you and Byakko and hears the string of animal noises coming out of your voice. And he becomes visible for a second, long enough to transform into a raven, and then begins to speak from his raven body and says, "Can you understand me now, boss?"
oh, Moloch, that's amazing. Yes.
That's what I thought.
Oh, man.
Yeah, okay, so
I didn't know you
your
could do
magic's
that.
making it so you can understand animals, but not these folks. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's weird. And I'm not quite sure how long it's going to last.
Hmm.
And it's very unfortunate because I have no idea what they're saying either.
Well, that's okay. I can translate for you.
Thanks.
But yeah, like I just said, you probably didn't understand. But
I-
the short lady, she's safe. She's got where she needed to go.
Oh,
so,
good. Good. Thank you.
Yeah, mission accomplished, boss.
I'll hold up my hand.
He was in a salute, but he goes for the high five.
Yeah. With his wing.
His wing.
Yeah, it was like a saluted
A
wave,
birdie,
but
birdie salute. Awesome. Well, we're kind of in a pickle, but I think we have a hint, or at least something that we're trying to keep away from the bad vampire. I'm not sure what the next plan is, because they've been talking all night, and I haven't heard a single thing that they've said.
right. Well, okay, I'll try and find out. But because that's what I was curious about. Like, why the hell are we? Why in like the entire 9 hells are we in this place? Because it seems like the last place we should be.
Well, we
think
thought
that-
this would be a safe place.
Dice is going to gather Mara and Hunter a little ways away and say,
Sure.
Listen, we were talking about maybe sending Eli away with memory. What do you think about the imp?
This is
Um,
really wild coming from you. You're going to trust him with something that important? That's
It would help.
pretty amazing.
It would ease my mind if I could talk to Harmony about this. But once she's able to understand you, I'll explain my reasoning.
Okay.
So I'm a bit worried that they have like shadow dragons in the lake that could hunt him down.
But
And
he
the
can-
fact that we've been found by Alkeen in every nook and cranny we've gone to in his domain, I'm pretty sure he would know where Eli is.
No, I know. That's why I'm saying let's not send Eli. What do you think about maybe giving the memory to Moloch here?
You would all be aware of the fact that Moloch came and did recon here once before and came back just fine.
Moloch just got back from escorting Gloriana safely out. He could do the same
Right.
with memory.
Where do you think you want to send
So we want to entrust him with this thing.
He doesn't know what it is. He just said he doesn't know why we're here. Oh, you know that he's that bird
Yeah,
voice.
so that in bird form.
But never
Um,
mind.
Going forward, though, he's said that to Harmony that he's going to serve the role of translator. So whenever you like call the group together, we can just assume everybody understands because Moloch is going to interpret to
Okay.
Harmony.
Well, I think this is like we're gonna get there in a second, but I'm asking these two first. Like, how do you feel about this plan before I talk to Moloch about it?
I'm a little skeptical about having Moloch take the task.
I think they're talking about me, boss.
Well, you did just appear and start talking to them, so.
That makes sense.
You're the one with the biggest problem with him, so if you're okay with it, or more than okay.
Hunter?
Yeah.
Are Eli and Dawn included in this conversation?
No, because we're the three who know Moloch.
Right. I mean, like Eli and Dawn have noticed that
Yeah.
Moloch is there, but they're still over by like where the food is, sort of.
Yeah.
Just sort of watching both conversations take place, but not being in either one.
I think we can trust him to do it, if only because he doesn't know what he's being asked to do.
It'd be really funny after all this if I'm just over there explaining to Moloch everything that we've just done.
So, do we want to try see all again first? See if we can't take matters into our own hands directly before passing it on to a third party?
Sure, let's go for that.
Okay.
But I do like the Moloch idea better than I like the Eli idea, for various reasons.
I do too.
So yeah, go for your sending. Wait, do you still have the ruby?
I gave it back to Harmony.
Walks over to Harmony, and like.
Moloch assumes his impish form and says, "Look, I can communicate to her when she's like that. Just tell me what you want to say."
We need the ruby.
All right. And he becomes a raven again. It's just kind of like this disorienting thing where he just shrinks a little bit and like grows feathers, and then like the feathers will grow back into him. And it's really gross looking each time. Yeah, and he conveys that to you. So from now on, things are interpreted.
Yes. Gotcha.
Unless I cut in and say he interprets something incorrectly for some
Okay.
reason.
Okay.
Yeah, for some reason, which might happen soon.
If they're gonna contact Cial again, tell them not to bother.
Okay, boss. She says not to bother. It's not gonna work.
Oh. Okay.
Why?
I don't know. Just said not to bother.
No, but you're supposed to be a translator.
Right, okay.
When we say why.
Right, okay, sorry. Never done this before. Here comes the raven.
Why is the raven like a writing book?
So why not bother?
If we're gonna make a request to Cial, it's better if it comes from me. I'm the reason that they're staying away in the first place.
Right, okay, got it. You can base that.
And since we can't wait that long, we might as well not bother.
Yep, I think that's what you meant.
Well, the response we got wasn't like totally unfavorable, though.
I mean, if you want to give it, well, I don't think Harmony's going to give us the spell.
Why not? We did interpretive dance, and she said she'd give it back.
But we just asked for it. She said she would not to bother.
Well, we should try and ask somebody then. But I mean, I think we should try it again. Maybe there's a way we can still work with Cial.
Malik, please ask Harmony if she's sure she doesn't want to give us the ruby.
Hey, boss. They want to know if you're sure that you don't want to give them the ruby. Something about they think that this CL person might be able to change their mind. The metallic one seemed to think he had a shot.
Do you even know her? No, I can't hear what he's saying.
I take out the ruby, but I'm holding on to it. And I say, it would really be better coming from me, and if we only get one message a day with this thing, Why should we waste it now on something that's doomed to fail? Why don't we save it for later? We might need it for something else.
Right, so it's doomed to fail. And it would really be better coming from her.
Alright.
So why waste it?
I'm not willing to wait that long.
But what else are
Yeah, I think we should use it now on something, because
Well, Harmony's not going to give it to us.
this is our chance to take direct control over the outcome of the that thing.
Eli speaks up and says, "Do you know any other wizards? I mean, I know it's a long shot because they're so rare these days,
We
but..."
knew Leah who died. We knew Helen.
Ethan, I can't hear you. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Eli just says, "Do you know any other wizards? I know that they're a rarity, but if there's anyone else you know, it's worth a shot."
And that is, well, we knew Leah who died. We knew Helia who died. We knew, what was his name? The
The necromancer?
necromancer.
Yeah.
Yin,
Yeah.
who
Might be alive?
might be alive.
But
Well,
it might be a traitor.
Did we want to send to Yin?
Would he know
I mean-
someone else that might be
He's the
able to
most
help us?
powerful wizard we know.
Yeah, he was looking out for number one.
He
I mean,
might
maybe if we just keep
still
it
be
general
alive.
and we ask sort of a similar question to before with see all.
Yeah, let's try that.
You want to try it?
Malik, will you please tell Harmony we've changed our approach and we want to try it again.
They've got another idea. They want to try Yin.
Wait, Yin, the wizard who was going to double cross us and turn us
Yeah, I
into
don't know. I
dwarves?
just know that they said they want to try Yin. So if you know 2 Yins, rough luck.
Maybe a double chin, but not a double yes.
Double Yin.
Boo.
I don't know if Yin's a good idea, though.
Then
We
who,
can't trust Yin.
then who do you suggest, Harmony, since you have the ruby? And and you're shooting down all of our ideas.
Malik, do you have a place that you like to hide things so that no one else can find them?
Not one specific place, but I've got lots of good places to hide things, sure.
If we gave you
Fair
something,
warning, a good number of them are in the hells.
that's fair. Is it somewhere where someone else could find them? In the hells?
Not likely, no.
If we gave you something to hide for us, would you hide it?
I mean,
And
It's
would
my
you
job,
bring
boss.
it back when we asked you to bring it back?
it's my job, boss.
Do you have a hiding place that's not in the hells?
And I could try and find one.
'Cause that might be better.
It's been a long time since I was on this plane before you summoned me, so...
Do any
Wait,
of us know
no!
this place?
No! Radiance will keep it for us.
Who dat?
Radiance, my friend.
Alright, I
She
mean, I
has
say again, like,
foresight, so
who dat?
she'd be able to keep it safe. Tell them we'll send it to Radiance.
Right, okay.
Radiance is a wizard.
They want to send it to some white wizard?
What? Who?
No, Malik.
They don't know who you're talking about.
No, her name is Radiance.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Someone named Radiance?
Oh, okay. That doesn't seem like a bad idea to me.
My tribe
Yeah.
is always on the move, so it's hard to track them down anyway. It'll be
Yeah,
harder for people
I
to
would
find
be-
us.
So she has foresight. Would she see us discussing this right now?
I mean, it's possible that she'll be easy to find because she knows she has to be found by Moloch. I don't know how any of this works.
I meant it would be hard to find her for.
Oh, I'm
The
not
bad
talking to you. I'm
guys.
just talking to Mark. But like Moloch is thinking like, I don't know where to find her, and it's like, don't worry, she'll find you because she knows she has it.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, Harmony, you know that the one hole in Radiance's foresight is your wild magic.
Yeah.
So there's a chance she still might not know.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
could you use the ruby to contact her? Or do you have to know where she is to use the ruby?
No,
we don't
we
have to
can.
know where she is, and she's met.
Because you can arrange a meeting.
She's
between-
met you two, so one of you could contact Radiance.
Yeah. Let's use the stone to contact Radiance. Arrange a meeting place, then send Moloch there with the memory. That sounds like the best plan.
I would trust her before I trust that.
Yeah, I think that plan sounds better than the other one so far.
You can't understand me, but
Womp 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 womp.
All right.
Did the stream die?
That is holds out his hand.
Oh, no, we're okay.
I give the ruby to Hunter.
Okay.
Hunter accepts the ruby, hands it to Byaku. Just kidding.
Byaku takes the ruby in his mouth
No.
and hands it to Thaddeus.
Takes it back from Byaku.
Byaku, what are you doing?
Yeah, so let's see here. I guess I could just use part of what we said to see all, which was at Yuan-Ti Temple, outside Ravenmoor, need help safeguarding powerful artifact.
No, I think it should be. We need to deliver something for you to keep safe. Where will we meet you?
Okay, I mean, I can add, it's only 10 words, so we can add more on top of that.
Tell Malik, tell them to make sure to mention why it's not me sending the message.
She says that you should probably include something about why it's not her sending the message.
Okay, so Harmony incapacitated.
No!
don't make her worry.
Harmony verbally incapacitated.
How about verbally challenged?
How about Harmony wild
Good.
magic?
I like that.
Verbally incapable.
How about Harmony wild magic? She'll understand what that means.
No, I like Harmony verbally incapable.
I kick
Good.
Thaddeus.
Incapable?
Yeah, Moloch is like very
Okay, so
precisely
Harmony-
translating every insult. Like this is what
Verbally-
he was trained to interpret. So.
Verbally challenged.
Verbally, and then use your favorite word.
Incompetent.
Harmony sulks in the corner.
Harmony verbally blank. It's gonna be like a Mad Libs adjective. And then I can use need help safeguarding powerful artifact outside Ravenmoor. And then like need to meet up or something.
Wait, no, where do we meet you?
Where can we meet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or where
Is that
can
all we want to say?
Send someone to me.
Yeah, maybe where can we send someone to meet you?
Where can we do what?
Send someone to meet you.
Send someone to meet you? Okay. Where can we... Okay, so that's about 17.
I think that covers it, really. We don't have to go to full max if we've got it.
Well, can you ask Harmony if that's what she wants us to say to her friend?
I mean, Harmony, does that cover it?
I think so if you're translating accurately.
Yeah, he is at this point.
I know.
And I make sure to say verbatim, Moloch. I'll like look at Byaku, you check it.
More adjectives about Harmony.
It's fine.
It's fine? Okay, so then I'll take the ruby, and I don't know if there's a ritual, but we'll do
No.
what we need to do,
It's just a spell.
and then I'll say harmony, verbally, and then whatever word you guys want to use, incapable.
Well, what
Need
do
help
you want to
safeguarding
use?
powerful
You're the one
artifact.
sending
Where
the
can we
message.
send someone to meet you?
Yeah, well, what word do you use?
You're the one sending the message. You have to choose.
I will say I can actually incapable due to wild magic is what I can say,
Yeah, you can squeeze that in.
or incapable because wild magic. We have like 8 words to use, so yeah, something like that.
Okay. A short minute passes before you receive a telepathic response in your head in the voice of Radiance, which you recognize instantly. And she says,
Can you speak up a little bit again? Sorry.
you receive a telepathic response just a moment later in a voice you recognize as Radiance.
Okay.
And she says, Hunter, it's excellent to hear from you. I thought I might. I'm currently with the tribe in the town of... Oh, I had it. Rose Harbor, in the southern part of Farendale. Come there.
Of Rose Harbor
Or of Freyden. rather.
in southern part. Farendale. Come there. Okay. Got it.
Thaddeus,
Mhm.
when Hunter conveys this message, you
Mhm.
recognize the name of the town, Rose Harbor, because it is Actually, fairly close to the Hammerlock Baronry.
Oh man, that's really loud now.
So
Perfect.
Yeah, I switched the microphone. Is it working?
Yeah, it's great.
Okay.
I can hear Ethan really well.
Cool.
perfect. Because I'm never.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think like when he hears that phrase, well, that's closer to home than I'd like, but beggars can't be choosers.
Sorry, where is she?
She's in Rose Harbor, which is close to my home.
Oh.
She's in
I hope
womp
Cameron
womp
doesn't
womp
get
womp
wind
womp.
of this.
Yes.
That's an extra little twist there.
Anyway, Malak, do you know where Rose Harbor is?
I mean, yeah, with the name, I can find it.
Okay.
It's not a problem. Sounds pretty far away.
Well, the further the better from here.
Sure, it's just
So
my feet get tired.
You walk.
I mean, part of the way. My wings would get tired if I flew the entire way.
True.
So I'm guessing we don't want to teleport there. We want to send Moloch, right?
Yeah.
Is there some way you can enchant a bag to put it in so that it's hidden?
Is there some way that you could enchant a bag in some way so that it's hidden?
Not in the short time that we need it.
She's not good enough to do it in such a short time.
Okay. Don't have anything in the bag of holding, Hunter?
No, I don't think there's a way that we can utilize that.
Okay.
Oh, I have it, don't I?
Yeah. I think
Yeah, I do. I wrote it down.
Well, we need some kind of nondescript bag anyway.
Guys, I've got it. You could use your permanent glue to glue it to Moloch's hand.
Ah, yes. The
Oh,
sovereign
then
glue.
you just take Moloch.
This is where we use it.
Yeah. I don't think that helps. Like if Moloch was a pit fiend, that might work.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But also, we'd all be dead.
Yes.
We know his true name.
Okay.
Okay. So that's the plan then, huh?
Alright, so we're gonna rely that Poppy doesn't have a hole in his pocket.
I don't really have any pockets.
I'll
And you
take-
can see he's just like this red and gold scaled fiendish creature who's like maybe stands a foot tall and is pretty much completely naked, but doesn't really have any like.
You really don't have a sense of humor, do you, Mom?
No,
So I take it out. What does the memory look like again?
it is a crystal raven skull that fits in the palm of your hand, and when you hold it, it kind of pulses with this soft white light.
Cool. I take it out of my bag. And I look around and I'm like, does anyone have a little bag or something? Put it
Moloch mimes turning out his pockets.
in.
He's got no pockets.
I think I probably have one.
I've got a water skin. It's not really the same thing.
If none of you have anything, it would be reasonable that Eli or Dawn might have something like that, so one of them can produce a small bag.
Okay.
It's nothing special, but
Okay.
Yes, we want a
Take it.
nondescript bag.
Yeah, I take it and I put the memory in and I tie it up. And then I hold it up for Moloch.
so do I just like put that on like it's like a backpack, like some kind of school kid?
Wouldn't that get in the way of your wings though?
Yeah, exactly. So maybe not.
So-
like throw it over your shoulder like Santa Claus.
Like who?
Should we also give Moloch
Who
like a written letter from like Harmony or I to like introduce him to Radiance so she doesn't freak out? Because we didn't say
No.
anything about sending an imp
That's a good call.
That's a great idea. I take out some paper and I start writing. What is
in
it?
like
Uh,
language.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what it would look like. Just like scribbles.
Scribbles?
It's like paw prints and
Coherent
stuff.
scribbles.
Like a third grade drawing.
Yeah, pictures. Like that's great, Harmony. Here, let me try.
Oh, Hunter's gonna do it. Okay.
I'll hand the ruby back to her and then take the parchment and
Then Hunter
write out.
punches out 0111011.
Yeah. I just do like a binary machine code. I'm like, how's that? No. Let's see.
My
Do you want me to
name's
like
Moloch,
describe the
Frost
introductory
Troll.
letter, or do we want to assume that I'm?
I motion for Moloch to come close,
He turns into a raven and hops closer.
and I like lean in really close, even though they can't understand what I'm saying.
Right.
And I whisper a secret that only Radiance would know in his ear.
Okay.
And then I say, when you meet her, tell her that. And she'll
What
know
sort of secret is it?
she'll know that I sent you. I will get back to you.
Okay.
Because I can't think of anything right now, but I will
Code
let you know.
words.
I will let you know. Something like, when we were kids, I did this, and blah, blah, blah. That kind of thing.
Okay.
And that'll prove that I sent you.
Sure. Now I just gotta remember it.
Please remember.
Maybe I'll write it down. Oh wait, I don't know what you're saying. Never
No,
mind.
you have
No,
no idea.
he smiles fiendishly in a way that sort of conveys that he's joking with you, and he'll remember it.
Yeah, I know. I know you.
Okay.
I scritch his little raven head.
I don't like how good that feels.
These animals are just so grumpy, and I go back to Bianco and I scratch him.
Oh yeah. So good.
Like the Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, Moloch.
Yep.
Safe travels.
You got it, boss.
Thank
See you on
you.
the other side.
Come right back to me after you deliver it.
Yeah. It'll be a while, but I'll be here.
Okay.
Don't feel like you have to stick around here. I can always find you.
I
That's
know.
not a problem.
Good luck.
All right.
Don't get caught.
So he throws the bag over one shoulder and takes the envelope in the other hand, sort of like clutches it, and then just, I guess while he has those on him, he transforms into a raven, and they just transform with him. And
And what is he complaining about?
Right?
he just flies out the door,
Okay. All right.
and a cloud of black feathers just
And
kind
there
of
goes
fall.
my translator.
He's in a raven form. If we could talk to the other ravens around here.
I have no idea what you're saying,
Mhm.
but you're really pretty.
She is pretty, isn't she?
Right?
Womp, womp,
That
womp.
long black hair is so gorgeous.
Oh, see ya. But we digress. What are we gonna do now, Dad?
Well, it's a good thing you asked me since I have an agenda.
Oh, new and improved.
In Thaddeus' mind, like everybody's cheering when he says that.
Hunter, did you hear that?
What? Something
Right.
about the agenda. I love the agenda.
There's a new agenda.
Everyone knows the agenda.
Yeah. It's the pure good of this campaign.
I was thinking that the best way to get at Queen Ixlati would be to go to this mansion that she's holed up in, rather than challenge her in the public square. If Harmony could understand me, we could use her magic to all look like Yuan Ti and surprise her. But since she can't,
As your thought sort of trails off, Eli speaks up and he says, I actually had another thought last night as I was falling asleep.
oh, what's
And
that?
I don't mean to contradict you or
No,
anything.
no, no.
It's
More
just an idea.
opinions are always good.
We know that this Medusa Queen is beholden to the vampire, right? She's devoted to him entirely. And we
Supposedly.
know that the Yuan Ti only assembled here because she put out a call.
Right.
So, do we even have to fight her right away? Couldn't we just try to sneak into the Shadowfell and deal with Alkeen, and that might, I don't know, in a roundabout way, deal with her since it would break her devotion to him, and then maybe the Yuan Ti would scatter, and if they didn't, we could always clean them up afterwards?
Under normal circumstances, yes. That would be a good plan. The problem is that Queen Ixlati has enslaved a bunch of people and killed even more, including people that were dear to Harmony and Hunter. And I can't let that go. Not with my vow.
Alright, that's a good point. I just thought I'd bring it up. It's an option.
I'm like eating breakfast and giving every other bite to Pinky.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
Just like,
Uh,
please shut up. Please stop talking.
Yeah, he rarely does stop talking, but it's like those brief moments where his mouth is full where he's not talking.
That's what I figured. So I'm trying to.
what is she doing? She's
He has,
gonna
he has like a
kill
long
our
spaghetti
rat.
noodle that takes a while.
He's gonna explode.
Brain matter everywhere.
Yeah, his brain's gonna blow.
I mean, as you're feeding him and examining him, he does look like he's gotten a little fatter. He was pretty skinny when he came to mind, but he's
You know,
fat
you're
now.
kind of cute. You're a little bit cuter now that you've got some weight on you.
Hey, I'm a big tough cranium rat. I'm not cute.
You're so cute. Here, have some more.
It's really unnerving when she does the rat.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. But you know, Harmony, she managed to make everything like charming.
And then Dawn speaks up and says, just to return to the conversation at hand, I also had a bit of an idea, and feel free to modify it however you like, but you mentioned that Ixlati has citizens enslaved, and that's a big issue that we need to deal with, but of course there's also the citizens under the city who haven't been enslaved at this point.
Mhm.
I was thinking, it's not safe to send them on their own out of the city to here, but if the group of you, for example, could create a distraction up in the sky to get the dragons out of the way, I could use that opportunity to lead them out and keep them safe.
Might work.
Well, that could be the precursor to our fight with Ixlati.
I guess it depends on, also, do we want that extra manpower against the fight, or with the fight too? Because if we want some of like the orphans and some of the the guards to help us.
Right, but the dragons in the sky aren't going to go away just because we defeat the queen.
That's
Look at them.
That's true.
I mean,
That's
you've
true.
seen them. They're shadowy. They're clearly creations of the vampires. So either way, the citizens don't get out until the dragons are distracted.
a good point.
Yeah, that is a good point.
What's first on the agenda? Getting people out?
Probably, if we're gonna have this big ruckus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
think
probably-
that might be take precedence. As I shift my paper hat back right,
We're not in the library.
and I make sure Byako's is set correctly too.
If you want
It's
to,
still
you
on my
could have,
equipment worn, so you know.
You could
I'll
have
play the
fastened
part.
like a chin strap for Byakko if you want.
Or use the glue.
No.
Oh wow!
I would not do that.
You'd definitely be Byako's favorite after he did
I'll
that.
do it to Harmony, maybe.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sort of in favor of helping the refugees first.
It would be easier if I had my horse. Do you think we can get over to the tower before we do this?
Probably.
All right, let's go.
Okay, well, hold on.
Okay.
Before we go, I have just one more thing I need to do. And she walks over to Eli and casts a spell. You can see a faint shimmering of magic sort of take over, like cover his body briefly, and then just disappear. And then she walks over to Harmony and casts the same spell. The same shimmer of magic appears around Harmony and then vanishes. And then she says, "Now, if the next time the two of you fall unconscious, you won't." And she casts Death Ward on both of you. But unfortunately, that's the only cast of that spell I have for today.
Good thinking.
So, may Palo protect us all.
I have no idea what you just said, but you're so beautiful. And I really hope you and Thaddeus end up together. You guys make a great couple, and I don't think you should marry Gavin.
Hold on. Just because it's too comical, it's right before you say, "And I really hope you and Thaddeus end up together," that the wild magic ends.
Oh my
So
god.
Harmony's like chirping like a bird, and then she says, "And I really hope you and Thaddeus end up together."
And I still don't know that she can't even understand me.
I think Thaddeus just like goes red.
And Dawn does too, and she says, "Excuse me, what?"
Agenda,
Wait,
agenda,
did
please.
Can I say what?
Dawn's also like, "Yes, agenda. That's right.
I can hear.
Say agenda."
You guys are speaking human language again.
I think Hunter's jaw did like disconnect and dropped to the floor when she said that. Plank.
Oh my gosh, you guys, that was a weird night.
Dawn has like
Telling
walked
me.
out of the room. She just kind of, when you said that, she like said, "Excuse me, what?" And then like turned really bright red, and then turned around and walked out of the room.
And I was completely unfazed.
Yeah.
It was just like, wait, I understood that.
Renee?
What?
Well, welcome back to us, I guess.
I mean, that's nothing compared to all the other things I've been saying about you while you couldn't understand me.
I assume.
Biako first, something.
Yeah. First to
I
Biako.
go and I scratch his chin. You know, Hunter, you really need to give Biako more scratches. He really likes it.
Noted. And I scratch Biako as well.
He like tilts his head up so far his paper hat falls off.
Sorry, he just wouldn't shut up. It was the only way I could get him to stop talking.
Tell me about it. It goes right into my brain.
Oh my god. He's got attitude. He also doesn't like being called cute.
Give it to someone else we know.
Well, he's a lot cuter than he used to be. Look at that little dubby.
If he rolled on his back, I could see it. It's hard to see while I can still see his head.
Yeah. Eli
We're not
just kind
getting
of nodding
distracted, are we?
and he says, "It's the brain, isn't it?"
It is the brain.
It's off-putting.
Well, I can make that go away, and I cast minor illusion, so he's got a normal head.
That's much
See, look
better.
how cute he
But then he
is.
like moves
hat,
to an
okay?
inch. He moves an inch to the side.
And then it's still there.
Oh man.
Wait, so what were we? Okay, what were we
Alright.
talking about?
Well, you know the part about Moloch. He's going.
Yeah, he was translating
Okay,
for me.
okay.
Although, do you really have stinky feet? Because I haven't noticed, but he said something like that.
What? Oh, wait. You can understand me. I want to talk to you about Moloch.
Okay, is now the time?
It may as well be.
I have no more secrets now.
You can hear Dawn's foot tapping from outside the
Oh,
chamber.
okay.
Like she went outside the
Later.
chamber and it's just like tapping her
Later
plate
on.
armor.
I'm happy to talk about Moloch, especially with you, Thaddeus. 'cause
We
I know
can
that's
talk
gonna
on
be
the
a
way
fun
there. We still have a little bit of
conversation. Yeah, we
ways
have
to
other
go.
Not
things
what
to
you think,
take
but
care
you do
of.
have other things.
You do have like half a day's march through the forest
Yeah.
to get back to town.
Wait, so where are we going? What are we doing?
We are going back to the tower to get Moonlight Sparkle to cause a distraction so that Dawn can leave the rest of the refugees out in the city.
What are we distracting?
The dragons.
The dragons.
That does sound like fun.
Yeah, they're scary, but as long as we are prepared to fight and not running away from them, we should be fine, probably.
Right, exactly.
Okay. And then what's the plan after that?
Plan after that is to, well, we're talking about going to the mansion. You know where it is. The one
The old Cranston mansion?
the old Cranston mansion where Queen Ixlati is arrested
Okay.
and setting an ambush for her.
So I need to conserve my spells because we're going from one big fight into another big fight.
Yes. Cantrips if possible.
Okay. Cool.
What was that last part you said?
Let's not die. That's what I said.
This is for casters, don't worry about it.
Okay. Excuse me, makes good berries for Thaddeus and the rest.
That's what that was.
I was gonna ask. Yeah. Cool.
Is she awesome? Yeah.
You have that potion I gave you, right?
Yes, and I agree with you by the way.
About. Oh, yeah, right. That potion I gave you last night when I couldn't talk.
Yes, what is it?
It's a potion of invulnerability.
Okay, you were making a lot of weird gestures.
Didn't you guys use your potion of invulnerability?
No, I don't think so.
Hunter used it.
He had
I
one,
used
but I
it.
had one
Yep,
too that I got.
It's
Have I
great.
given out two?
I don't know. It was in my inventory.
Hmm.
Oh, I thought we only had one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know where I got it from or how long it's been there, but it's in my inventory. At least it's not now because I erased it because I gave it to her yesterday.
And I
Okay.
wrote down some weird bottle.
Well, I trust your inventory more than I trust my memory, so it's possible I've given out 2. So, yeah, you got
It
one.
might have been. No, from that potion maker. The last
Where you
potion
learning?
maker where I sold my fire
The
breathing and I
gems?
traded it for something.
The old
I
lady?
mean, I remember this scenario. I didn't think it
I
was
think
Potion
that's
of
what I
Invulnerability.
got. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was something else with the fake jewels.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was vulnerability either, but I don't
thought those were
remember
the potions of fire breathing.
specifically.
That's what I traded to her, and I got something
Oh,
else.
okay.
Yeah, because I remember giving you something of equal rarity, and fire breathing is lower.
Right. And I erased it from my notes.
Well, that's okay.
But it's a
That's-
potion of something that's supposed to do some defense.
Potion of something. Here you go.
Could be it was a potion of resistance?
Mm,
No.
No?
I guess we can just watch the VOD.
Yeah, we'll go watch the VOD and figure out what it
Yeah.
was.
Potion of mystery.
I like that too.
Anyway,
Drink it, glug, glug, glug.
I
Know what it
explain
does.
tomorrow what it is and what it does.
Okay.
Even though we have no
If
idea.
that's what it is.
Yeah. I can see
Okay.
where I erased Filter of Love, but I can't see where I erased the potion.
Shall we?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So we set off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you set off into the forest, you sort of go around the corner and reunite with Dawn. She's basically sitting there tapping her armored foot on the ground. But Matthew walks sort of to the edge of the temple with you and then says, I'm gonna wait here after all,
Yes,
I think.
yes.
So if you're sending others here, I'll be here, hopefully still alive.
That's a great idea.
I've almost
All right.
died several times in the past few days. What's a couple more?
I give him one of my gem-encrusted shield clasps that I stole from Pelias Tower.
What's this?
And I say, this is a protection charm. If you keep it with you and you stay very quiet, you'll be safe.
Okay. And he like pins it to his coat. If you say so.
Insight check on that.
You're insight checking me.
Yeah.
Don't you know me better than that?
I already know she's lying.
Fair.
It's
We were
nice
there together.
gesture. You were there. You know what it's from.
I probably failed. Your deception is like through the roof. Yeah.
Yeah, 21.
All right.
For the record.
It's a nice gesture.
I like that Matthew was going to believe me regardless.
Oh yeah. Yep. No, he's way overwhelmed by this whole situation. So.
Just remember, stay quiet. Don't let that out of your sight.
But it's gonna be pinned to me the entire time.
Great.
I'll give it back as soon as I can.
You can keep it. It's my gift to you.
His eyes go wide. Just can't believe it. And then he sort of watches you out of sight as you step out into the forest. And it takes a couple hours before you traversing through the dark forest, because as you recall, the branches of the canopy form like this impenetrable barrier, and you can't even see the sky. But you get the feeling that even if you could, it would still be the semi-darkened skies that you've witnessed over Ravenmoor the past few days. And finally, you find yourselves against the walls of Ravenmoor. A little ways off, you can see the gate that you came through. There's now 4 UNT guards that are posted on top of it, and they're looking both within and without of the city.
During that time, did you guys want to have that Moloch conversation?
No, we're gonna have that later. I
Okay.
just don't want to spend more time during the session with it.
Okay.
So, the plan is that Dawn's going to sneak into the sewers while we're off distracting people.
I think so.
Well, we could stop off at the sewers, and then I could go down and rally with the refugees while you return to the tower, and then I can just get everyone up here and watch for something to be happening in the skies.
All right.
So why don't we all go as far as the sewer entrance?
Okay. So it's time for some stealth checks at disadvantage.
Uh-huh. At least you don't have Matthew this time, though.
Do we need
Sure.
to have a stealth check? Because I can just make us all look like UNT.
I was actually going to ask you to do that. I forgot about that entirely.
Well, I thought that was a good then, well,
I mean,
I mean,
it
it
lasts-
lasts 8 hours.
That's a long time.
Okay.
So the only problem is that Dawn's gonna look like Ixlati when she goes down to. But I can make her look like
We could be.
a
the rest-
human.
The
and
rest
we
of us could be taking her prisoner.
Yeah. I can just skip Dawn and have Dawn look like Dawn, and the rest of us look like UNT.
Right. Okay. So then we can just what walk through the front gate.
So then we could just walk through the front gate.
Roll an intelligence check.
Oh boy.
Anyone or just
I like that when he says that because then I know there's a big problem to our plan.
Yep. I mean, I will roll one.
Do you want to
Oh,
have true sight?
I know the plan, but I mean, I know the flaw.
Well, if you've thought of it, Thaddeus can say it.
None of us speak Yonti.
Eli and Dawn both go, oh, that's right.
What if we all look like human slaves?
Then wouldn't they just take us to somewhere?
We need to have one, at least one Yonti driving us. So they
Or I can make us all look like those vampire things. Although it's light outside, isn't it?
yeah.
You're sort of out under the sky now, and it is, the sky isn't, like, it's as if it's a, an overcast sky at dusk, almost. So it's gray
So
and it's dark,
would it be dark
even
enough
though it is daytime.
for a vampire to wander around?
Potentially.
Or I can make us look like the undead things too, that have been wandering around.
Like zombies?
Yes. Whatever it was we fought in the sewers.
Those were vampire-like in some way.
Oh, right.
I wonder if zombies might not be better, because nobody expects to be able to talk to a zombie.
But would it be weird to see a big group of zombies together like that?
And going through a gate.
With
How are we gonna
like
get
going through a gate with some kind of purpose?
That's true.
I mean, at least if we were vampires, we could claim to be on a mission from the master. Or returning from a mission.
Very haughty. Open the gate now.
The other option is we just try and get over the walls without going near the gate.
We could do that too.
You
I'm good
have
for that.
observed the walls enough to know that there are UNT patrols that walk them, but you could easily find a...
It would be nice to do that because then I don't have to waste
Yeah,
my
yeah.
spells.
Okay.
The less resources we spend on any plan right now, the better. Alright, let's give that a shot.
Although I could fabricate a doorway through the wall and then we don't have to climb over it, we can just walk through it.
Is that a thing you do with your amulet?
Yeah.
Might not be a bad idea.
I spend slots of my amulet to cast it and that doesn't really... It takes 10 minutes to
Would
fabricate
take
it.
10 minutes by climate.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
do
let's
that.
try that.
Then we don't have to
No, we
climb.
can do that.
So you wait for a large gap between UNT patrols. Go ahead and roll a perception check to try and find that. Whoever wants to make that perception check.
Whose perception is the best?
I have decent perception. Bianco has pretty decent perception.
Yako probably can't make this check.
Oh, okay.
I think that Hunter probably has the best, because mine's just +2.
Mine's +2.
Mine's
Mine's
6.
+5.
Oh, that's
Okay.
good.
Hunter, please, make the check.
Okay.
Actually, Dawn has very good perception.
I got a 23.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you think you spot a gap that would allow for about 10 minutes, where Harmony can cast her spell and create a door through the walls of the city.
Okay.
And then Harmony, you begin instantly when Hunter gives a signal to cast your spell. And
Oh no.
Oh no.
wild
I
magic
rolled
triggers?
1 on the d6,
Oh, okay.
which means that a wild magic spell triggers in its place.
Uh-oh.
Does
Let's
it
find
still
out what happens.
expend the charges when that happens?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
No.
So
Yep.
Harmony gets about 5 minutes into the casting of the spell, and there's a small localized flash, and you kind of look around quickly to see if anybody noticed it, but it doesn't look like any of the UNT guards noticed. But then
Do
what
I need
happens?
to roll on the table?
Yes.
Is this one that I get to roll twice and pick?
I don't think for this one. No.
Not for this one?
Well-
Oh,
Cool. Because technically, I think
Yeah, I
the
think you
skill
can.
is any
Roll
time.
twice, yep.
Okay.
Take either result.
Okay. At least this way I get to kind of... I need to very carefully read it this time. to make
Yeah,
sure
there you go.
that I know what I'm getting into. Okay. 69 or 5. Let's see what's there.
What's that thing?
Oh god. Where's what thing?
Our dice roll right thing.
Oh.
Oh,
Did Zach take it?
Yeah, I
again?
think Zach's got it.
Yeah.
Do you have the dice roll?
I do.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope you're using it.
I am. I just did.
Okay.
He's trashy.
I think I'm gonna do 69.
Okay. Yeah, there's a bit of a flash
Yeah,
as
It's like,
Harmony begins to
he's not even ready.
Harmony begins to glow briefly, and Harmony, you can feel that sort of uncomfortable bulge of magic growing within you.
Oh dear.
You kind of wait for a minute, and after a minute, there's like you actually burp a little bit, and the pressure is released. But as she burps, there's just like you can see like a few sparks fly out of her mouth and stuff like that. But that is the extent of that, unless you wanted to do something with it. Okay.
What is this? Can you speak? Can you still speak?
Shut up, Thaddeus.
I don't know.
So we're gonna have to climb over the wall.
Wait, do you not have enough to do it?
I kind of just tried and it kind of didn't work, and I can't do it again. I don't have. There's not enough charge
Okay.
left.
All right.
I'm sorry. That
Whatever the hell it is.
gone better.
Wait for our next opportunity and then.
She's a unique individual. Sparkly burps.
Dawn will roll this perception check since I realized she had a +8.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
it's 23. So
Hey, I've seen that before.
a couple guards pass by again, and when Dawn notices another good opportunity, she gives the signal for people to begin to try to sneakily climb over.
I have a grappling hook and a rope,
Yeah, that'll help.
It's good.
and I have telekinesis, so I can
So you
actually
sort of
put the grappling
telekinesis it
hook
up and over the edge.
exactly where it needs to be.
Yep.
Alright.
So whoever wants to climb the rope can have advantage on their athletics check to climb over the rope.
I'll go ahead and do that because my jumping didn't really work out for me last time. Why am I rolling advantage? Oh wait, because I had advantage. Oh, natural 20.
Nice.
Yeah. Everything's fine.
That's a 19.
Too bad it doesn't count.
Aw.
Poor Eli. Eli rolled a natural 20.
Oh,
Nice.
even better.
Are we
Down
all rolling?
roll.
I guess we're all rolling.
Unless you want to fly, I guess.
With advantage on. Good thing because I rolled
Athletics.
Mara, you can also, your skill just gives you advantage anyways. So.
1.
Oh, that's right.
22.
So it's going to be like a 14.
Do you have proficiency in acrobatics?
Is it?
Or is it athletics?
Yeah.
It's athletics.
Yeah. Then yeah, the lowest you can get is a 10.
Yeah.
So 10
So
plus
10
your
plus
5.
5, so 15.
Yeah.
Okay. And Hunter?
Athletics, you say?
Yeah, at advantage.
At advantage.
18.
18. And Byakko has a climb speed, so he can just climb up.
Yep.
All of you managed to climb up to the wall just fine without issue. But I also need stealth checks.
Oh gosh.
Here we go. Not
So
terrible.
I'm going to actually have to record
Oh man, mine is so good.
Terrible. Vax.
Let's see.
Yes, that's why I rolled it. He has not done me good at all.
You guys not at disadvantage.
So I got mine.
Alright, what did Hunter get?
So Byakko got a 27.
Okay.
Hunter got a 16.
Okay.
Nice.
That is advantage. I got a 14 and a 17. So sneaky.
Do I get
I oiled myself this morning.
Yeah.
Yes, you would get advantage from your boots.
Yes.
That's better. Okay. 22.
22. Okay. Harmony got a 4.
4.
13.
13. Okay, now let's find out what the DC is. As you are, the group of you, sort of reaching the top of the wall and beginning to position the rope to go down the other side, you hear a shout from a little ways down the wall, and you can see that the 4 UNT who are on the gate have spotted you and are beginning to slither your direction, as well as the UNT who passed going that direction. So there's about 5 of them slithering quickly along the wall towards you. And they're pulling out scimitars and longbows as they go.
Oh dear.
I think I need to switch from silly music to combat music
Harmony.
as you guys decide what you want to do.
You were the 13.
No, it was really no one's fault. Since they were actively watching, I didn't use their passive perception, but I rolled a check and I rolled a 19.
Oh gosh.
19 plus. You guys on this. Okay, you've got about maybe like 12 seconds before they're here upon you. What do you guys want to do? We won't
Let's
roll
just
initiative
run.
just yet.
Do you think we can outrun? We can just go.
I mean,
They certainly
we're getting
can't.
the dragons on us like last time.
They certainly can't. If we jump down, they can't follow. Look at them. They can't climb. So yeah, Thaddeus is going to take Dawn and jump down.
Okay. I'm just checking their speed here. Oh, so they are moving pretty quickly towards you, but they're still a few seconds off anyways. You take Dawn and jump down and land 25-ish feet below, taking 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
As you land hard
Did
on
we
the
get
ground.
the rope over the side?
Not quite yet, but you could use your opportunity now to position it if you want.
I can also take somebody,
Yeah, Thaddeus
or
will
maybe
like,
both of them.
well, there's no point in catching the end of a rope, so never mind.
No.
Like I can help, but there's nothing I can do to help here.
I mean, you could try and like catch someone. Yeah.
Alright, here I come.
If someone
Right, yeah,
else
I'll-
were to jump off, you could try
Yeah.
and catch someone.
I'll catch it.
Then I'll take Mara, I
Except
guess.
him, I'm not catching you.
Eli basically like stands over next to you, Hunter, and is like, could you carry me down? I mean, I
Oh,
can
sure.
jump, but it's a long ways.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay,
I'll take Eli then.
so you activate your jet boots and begin to descend quickly.
Did you jump?
Yeah.
Did you pick
Right.
up my rope?
What kind of
So from Mara, I need an acrobatics check.
do I need any check here?
We'll see how she does.
Okay. Do you have proficiency in acrobatics?
Yes.
Good.
It says I get an advantage too.
Oh yeah, you can use your action to do your rogue ability and get advantage on it if you
Yeah.
want.
So
Very good.
17 plus 8.
That's
Yeah,
25.
okay, so Mara is perfectly positioned for you to catch, so that'll make your check easier. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Very good. 26.
26, yeah, that's easy enough. So with
Nice
Mara's
luck.
positioning and your
Right.
physical strength,
Strong.
you only take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as she lands in your arms and it just wrenches your arms downwards towards the ground. Byakko
It's all
then
muscle.
climbs quickly down the wall.
I was about to
And
say, I'm not catching Byakko either.
I think that's everyone. You guys
Yaka's
are all
one
on
dives
the
into
ground.
Thaddeus'
So
I'm
Harmony-
still on the wall.
So Harmony's the last one standing up on the wall.
Because I don't want to leave my rope behind. I'm going to grab my rope off.
Yep.
And I'm going to look down. I'm going to see if someone's available to catch me.
Thaddeus
And
has Mara in his
I'll be
arms.
available,
Hunter
I
has, well, you still got Eli for the moment.
Oh,
Dawn's there.
okay.
Can Dawn catch her?
Yeah, Dawn is like, she looks around, sees that she's the only one, and she's like, holds out her hands.
Ugh, I dimension door down.
Okay. Check for weapon.
Wow, we're already spending.
That would have helped us.
I just don't want to hurt any of you or myself.
Dawn's probably pretty good.
Natural
Oh,
20.
Okay.
So no magic. That was a waste of a 20, but okay.
Then you sort of look back up on the wall, and you can see that these UNT are maybe 6 seconds away from being where you were, but a number of them have longbows out.
Yeah.
And are going to fire a couple shots at you. So let's see. How many of you are there? There are 4 of you plus 2 NPCs.
Plus 3 NPCs counting Byakko.
Okay, well they're not going to shoot at the tiger. They'll take 2 shots at each of you. So here comes Thaddeus. That's 19 and 20.
One of those hits. I'm not wasting a shield on this.
Okay. So keep that in mind. Here comes Harmony's.
Why me?
Why on Harmony?
35?
It's a crit.
One of them is a natural 20.
Yeah, of course.
So that's a natural 20 and a 23.
Hey, guess where my death ward's gonna go, you guys? Right here.
Here comes Mara. Mara, there's a natural 1 here, so that's good. And a 14. Does 14 hit you?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so both miss Mara.
You can missile snare that though. Yeah.
Well, but it missed.
Against Hunter,
you can't do it to someone else's though, right?
No.
I've got a 2
Okay.
and a 21. So 21 hits you, right, Hunter?
Yes.
Okay. So let's see. There was 1 against Thaddeus. So that is. Oh, actually.
Are
Oh,
you
wow.
doing Eli and Dom too?
Yeah, I'll do them in a second.
Okay.
So that's 5 piercing damage against Thaddeus.
Okay.
And their arrows are laced with some kind of poison, and you take 9 points of poison damage as well.
Do I need to make a save?
Nope.
Okay.
Harmony. This is the natural 20. Just bad luck, I swear.
Did you just roll max damage?
No, it's just bad luck that you are taking the natural 20 at all. 23 piercing damage.
Oh my gosh.
3?
And 12 poison damage.
So 35 damage total.
Yep.
And we're not even in the fight yet.
Nope.
Cool.
They both missed Mara.
This was a great idea, you guys.
And Hunter, one of them actually hit you. So that's 13 half down to 6 piercing damage.
Yeah.
And
That was like half my HP.
I know.
7, 9 poison damage, which you also have.
Yeah.
So 4.
So 4, so 10 total.
Must be nice.
Hunter,
Oof.
HP.
Ow.
Let's just do a quick check with Eli and
Now I'm
Dawn.
really extra glad I didn't jump down and hurt myself.
Dawn takes 1 arrow to the shoulder, and Eli takes both arrows. I'm just going to take average damage though, because I don't want to roll it all. So Dawn takes 22 points of damage, and Eli takes 44.
True.
Ow. Did you roll a crit
Okay.
on him too?
Nope, I just took the average damage
Twice.
twice. And with those arrows in you, you're down at the bottom, but they've still got visual on you. Where would you like to go?
Somewhere out of there.
Out of the
Okay,
visual.
so you just kind of want to run down an alley and try and get out of the way?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make stealth checks again.
Oh man. Can I keep my old one?
Nope. Dawn rolled a natural. No, wait, she has
Oh, I
disadvantage.
did pretty good though.
Dawn rolled a 1.
Um,
I thought she had a natural 20, but it was disadvantage, not advantage.
I also got nat 20 and something else.
So, Thaddeus,
16. Yes, it is a disadvantage.
that's a really good roll for disadvantage. Harmony,
11.
not bad. Mara,
13.
at advantage. Okay, Hunter,
17,
and Byakuo,
28.
28. Okay, and then let's see how they do trying to find you.
I mean, they're up on the wall.
Yeah. You can hear them shouting in a language that you don't understand. You're behind cover for the moment. You may have lost them. They may be shouting, I don't know where they went. Or they could be shouting, like, they're right there, and know exactly where you are. You just want to keep running?
Let's run to the nearest sewage entrance.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Harmony 20 HP of lay on hands while we go.
Thank you. Eli needs it more than I do.
That's true. I'll also give Eli 20.
Okay. You're giving Eli 20. Can you record that before I forget?
Drain all these charges.
How far away is the tower?
The tower is quite a ways.
We're
It's
going
on
to
sort of the
sewer
other
first.
side of
Oh,
the
sewer
town. You need to get
first,
to the sewers first.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's have each of you roll Constitution checks as you try and just run the entire way there.
Just straight checks.
Yep.
Man, all this rolling, I really need hunters.
I haven't rolled above a 10 except for that wild-minded check.
I don't know either.
So how did Thaddeus?
12.
12, and
Were these saving throws or checks?
Checks.
checks.
Okay.
Shows a saving throw.
Yeah, so
Be much higher.
then everyone would get a +4.
I'd get a lot more than +4, yeah.
How did Harmony do?
11.
And Eli. Eli's actually got really good con. Okay. Mara. 3. Okay. Hunter. How did Hunter do?
12, and Bianca got a 18.
18. So let's do 1. Okay. Most of you are doing just fine as you're running towards your destination. You begin to hear the sounds of pursuit, but it's quite a ways behind you because they had to get down from the wall first.
I almost would have liked to stay and see how they did that, but
You'll never know. You'll never know.
Go back to the stairs.
But
Take the elevator.
a few of you, Mara and Harmony, to name a few, are sort of running low on breath by the time you reach the sewage gates, and you're just sort of panting and like you have stitches in your sides and things like that. But the group of you together do manage to make it there. And you find yourself in front of the sewer entrance, which I believe you relocked last time.
Mara, unlock it quick. Okay.
So quick hands pull out the thieves' tools.
reliable talent unlock it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, is it worth it rolling?
No, I was about to make a roll, and I was like, wait, she
Yeah.
automatically
Yeah.
succeeds, basically. You slip the tools in. You hear the click within seconds, and the door swings open to the sewer. And the group of you file down just in time to see the serpentine bodies slither around the corner and begin to look around the square. Who would have been the last one in?
Probably Mara, because you have to relock that gate.
Okay. Then Mara, I just need you to make
I
a
don't want to
stealth check.
volunteer you, but it makes narrative sense.
Do you get
I just need
advantage on
you
stealth
to make a
stuff
stealth check. She
because
does.
of your boots?
Also, you're the best at stealth.
That's,
I think Bianca's the best at stealth.
Well, Bianca's not going to lock
that's true.
Yay. So that is a 21.
21. Okay. You get the last tumbler back in place as you kind of lock the door and close it and lock the door. Just as you see these creatures coming around the corner, and you can see their serpentine bodies curve upward into human-like forms, muscular and scaled and almost cobra-like because they have these flaring hoods off of them. And they come around the corner brandishing their longbows that they just shot you with. And they're looking around the square, but you can just see out of your vision that they don't have any idea where you are as you disappear down into the darkness.
Phew. Like, well, I'm all bloody again.
Take a short rest while we wait for the pursuit to die down.
Yeah, as you're
Yes.
saying that, Eli sits down next to you and pulls an arrow out of him.
I'm like
Oh,
prestidigitating his clothes to make him not bloody anymore.
Are we taking a short rest?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then I'm gonna use second wind and we'll take a short rest.
Okay.
So we're just gonna roll a bunch of dice now, I guess.
Yep.
Let's see.
God damn it.
I got 10 back
I rolled
there.
a 3, a 2, and a 1.
That's almost as bad as Eli's.
16 back.
A little better.
So Eli is out of hit dice again, but he's back to almost full. So that's
Good.
Oh, yes. Thank
Why
you.
are Eli's hit dice so bad?
He just rolls poorly.
Okay. We're gonna,
And here's Dawn rolling max on her hit dice, so. And then second to max right after that.
Nice. Are they both D8s?
Yeah, they are.
Oh, I didn't need to roll that.
So that's 9, 18. Yeah, John's only spent 2 hit dice. So that's good.
I spent
That's-
4.
I spent 3 and I'm about
And
up to
I'm
max
full.
again.
Perfect.
When we have a long rest, they go back to full.
Yes.
If half of what you used before gets returned, or half of your max gets returned.
Half of your max, yeah.
So
Okay,
we have 14 total. So you recover 7 every time you sleep.
Okay, so I'm
So you do
minus
that.
the one I just did. Okay.
Yep.
Is anyone still low on hit points?
No, I'm missing more.
Okay. Well, Dawn will restore a little bit to, because she has something she can do before a short rest.
Oh, cool.
Where she will put you and Eli and herself back at her full.
Nice. I will heal.
Just kind of goes around little by little and attends to the smaller wounds that are still remaining with her prayers. You can hear her muttering to her god Taylor.
I think that is just as like much appreciated while not looking her directly in the eyes.
Yeah, and she is not trying to make eye contact with you either.
She has a special one for you know.
Yeah, there you go.
At one point, while she's trying to pray over your wounds, like Mara makes that comment, and like you can see that her spell falters a little bit, and then she just goes right back into
I
incanting
like
prayer.
elbow Mara.
So yeah, after about an hour of rest and recuperation, pulling arrows out of yourselves,
That went well.
it was going really well until we got on top of the.
We're not really cut out for stealth.
It was going well until we got there.
Well, it's my fault, you guys. Okay, that my fabrication spell didn't work. Sorry.
We're used to it.
Okay.
Yep, we might do.
And Eli speaks up and says, I can sort of see now why my sneak into the Shadowfell without dealing with the UNT Queen plan wouldn't work out. Now that we've had a little bit of opportunity to try sneaking around.
From here, from this sewer entrance, I'm going to try and telepathically contact Moonlight Sparkle.
You're still more than a mile out, unfortunately.
Well, we can probably get close to the tower using the sewers.
That's
Or
true.
try.
That's true.
Yeah, we can try to do that.
I take out Pinky. Pinky, do you know the way to the sewers?
Do you just sort of set him on the ground? He's like squirming to get out of your grip, and you can just hear like in your head, "Let me go! Let me go! Let me go! Let me go!"
All right, let's follow Pinky.
So last time you did that,
Well-
you ended up in Core's clutches. Are you sure you want to do that again?
So
I'm sure there was a reason. I'm sure he had a reason.
I meant to
Now that
ask you
we've-
about that while I had gun powers.
now that we've navigated the sewers at least once, can I just guide us to where we need to go?
It's not a natural domain per se, so probably not. But you'd be able to make a survival check to get where you want to go if you want.
Even with Natural Explorer?
It's not a natural.
Yeah, it's not
terrain.
natural. It's not like the woods or anything like that.
I see.
Unless it says you can't get lost.
It just says you can't get lost except by magical means. There's just a bullet point there.
Then yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
That's right. This is the revised Ranger. It's not the other
Yeah.
one. So
Well,
the other
that's-
one is.
That's what. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I had to pick a whatever it's called, a domain or something.
But that's still under the natural explorer bullet, right?
It just says Natural Explorer, ignore difficult terrain, other bullet points. You're skilled at navigating for when you travel for more than an hour or more. And it says difficult terrain doesn't slow your group. Your group can't be lost except by magical means. And then other stuff, tracking, traveling, normal pace, forage.
But does that only apply while you're in natural terrain, or does it apply when you're in anywhere?
Doesn't say.
Okay, then yeah, that's anywhere. We can check it out later, but I'm okay saying.
Yeah.
At least since you've been there before, it means you can't get lost. So you're like about to release Pinky, and then Hunter like speaks up.
It's like, I think it's this way.
Let me go! Let me go! Let me go!
All right, go on.
You let him down.
Don't go far.
Okay. Make an animal handling check.
Everybody has that. I just don't think it's proficiency. It's under wisdom, I believe.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
19.
19. Okay. Pinky kind of calms down in your hand a little bit right before you set him down. And before he runs off into the darkness, he looks up at you and you swear he gives you a little knowing nod, and then he's gone.
Okay. It's a good rat. Let's see. It's a good rat. Mm-hmm.
And then Hunter is able to guide you by the light of Thaddeus' sword and Dawn's mace and whatever other light sources you wish to conjure, back through the sewers to the collapsed entrance to the Nexus, which I believe you made a door in?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
So
believe I did.
there's like this doorway into it, and you make your way into the Nexus. Immediately past the doorway, you're met by what's left.
Doors should be locked if they're doing their job properly.
Right, and it's still locked when you get there, but presumably Mara can unlock it, or you can unlock it, or something. Or no, it locked from the other side. So,
Yeah, so
yeah,
we
you
have
come
to
up to
like
this
knock.
locked door, and when you knock on the door, you hear a voice from the other side that says, "Who is it? Who goes there?"
It's Harmony and Hunter and the other hooligans.
The other hooligans. Just roll a persuasion check at advantage because it is you.
27.
27. Yeah, after a moment of deliberation that you can sort of hear whispering behind the door swings open, and you can see that there are 2 or 3 guards, pretty much all that is left of the guards of this place, behind the door, and they sort of usher you in. Quick, quick, before something else comes from behind you.
We're not here to stay. You need to gather everybody up and form up when dawn.
Oh, that's right. Jeremiah mentioned. Alan told him we might be leaving. Is that what this is about?
That's the plan.
All right. Well, the people should all be ready. Jeremiah and Alan have had. His name is Jeremiah, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'll double check.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Myself. Regardless, they say that
And take
the.
it down.
Yep,
Okay, cool. I was
Helen
just
was this way.
suddenly doubting myself in my remembrance. Yeah, they say Jeremiah and Alan have had people getting ready for the past couple hours. Sorry, actually used colonials. Since last night. So, everyone should be ready. We'll go get everyone ready. Where did that go? Maybe you went to get his notes or something?
Maybe.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Hunter?
He's just zoned out right now. There's
Oh,
nothing.
I heard something that sounded like thunder,
Oh, I wonder.
and I didn't know if it was here.
I think he's still.
No,
working.
it's still there. It's just, yeah.
Mm.
I was like, oh, maybe his package was delivered, but no, we heard that
Yeah.
full story. There you are.
Did you run to get your notes or something?
No, I'm good. What's up?
We
Okay,
missed
we're just wondering
you.
where you went.
I looked at the screen
Oh, I'm
and you were
sorry.
gone.
Yeah, I said be right back, and I had to run take care of something.
Yeah, so it takes maybe like half an hour or so before the group here is all marshaled together, and you find yourself standing before a crowd of commoners, beggars, kenku, humans, half-elves, a few dwarves, and everyone is sort of looking to Thaddeus and the rest of you. Most of them seem to be looking to Thaddeus just because he's the most charismatic human of the group.
Dawn will be the leader to get you out of here. The rest of us are going to serve as a distraction. Wait for that to happen. Dawn will give the signal, and when it happens, follow her to the edge of town.
And Jeremiah speaks up and says, "So we need to be waiting to next to one of the sewer entrances for your distraction?"
Correct.
Okay. Well, he turns to the group and says, "You heard them. This young lady's going to get us out of here. You saw how effective this group was in the battle against those undead that came and attacked, and I believe that we can put our full trust in them." And there's like a murmur of assent from the crowd. And then he looks to Dawn and he says, "All right, our lives are in your hands."
Which entrance is closest to the tower?
Entrance of the sewers? You mean the Wizard's Tower in the eastern quarter?
Right.
Well, there's certainly entrances on that side. We don't venture that far usually, but we could try and make our way there.
It's not for you. It's for us.
Well, unfortunately I couldn't tell you. Perhaps, and he looks down to Alan, who is sort of standing in front of the group of young orphan boys and girls. And Alan gives a little nod and says, "Yeah, I could get you to the exit closest to the tower if you want."
Good. For sure, we have to try and stealth better.
I agree.
All right. Well, then I'll take you to the tower, and then I guess I'll rendezvous with you, Jeremiah, and the rest of the town. And Jeremiah kind of gives him a nod, and he sort of looks across from Thaddeus to Harmony to Mara to Hunter, and then over to Dawn and Eli. And he's like, "All right, well, I'll be with you guys then."
At least for now.
Let's go.
Off we go.
Then the group of you sort of split off into the sewers, and you go a little ways together before Jeremiah leads leads Dawn and the refugees one direction, and Alan begins to take you guys the other direction. And eventually you find yourself standing before another exit to the sewer. From where you are, there's sort of buildings blocking your view of the tower, but Alan assures you that this is as close as it gets. And that once you get out of this sewer grate, you should be able to have a view of the tower.
Are you close enough to contact your horsey?
I'll give it a shot. Thaddeus reaches out.
Yeah, you feel the connection between you and Moonlight Sparkle.
Okay. I'm gonna tell Moonlight Sparkle. I feel like, should we have Moonlight Sparkle start the distraction?
That's up to you. But I feel like now, if you can contact Moonlight Sparkle, then we don't have to run all the way to the tower. We can just start the distraction here.
It's a good idea.
We don't have to worry about stealthing at all.
You want to open the gate?
Will do.
Do you have a torch, Alan?
He sort of like holds up his hands.
I'll
Nope,
give
I've got
him a torch. I'm pretty sure I have some torches.
You don't have the light cantrip?
No, I don't. I don't have candles. Like I don't do.
Oh, you don't do
candles.
cantrips.
Yeah. But you can light torches.
Yes.
So.
Where's my tinderbox?
Well, but also with it's not with prestidigitation.
Does it?
Yes. I thought it was thaumaturgy, but it's actually prestidigitation.
You know what?
Yeah,
You're
because remember there was that one
That's why I
time when
took
Ander was just like lighting
Yeah.
right.
something up torches.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll hand over a torch.
Light or snuff out a candle.
Sparkles and flames. Wow.
I'll
Okay.
light the torch.
So Alan takes the torch and sort of looks to the rest of you and says, I know that you're going to be on the more dangerous end of this mission, but I've seen you guys do incredible things, so I'm not worried. I'll see you when all this is done.
I ruffle his hair.
He
You're a good kid, Alan.
slaps her hand away. Stop it!
You've been through a lot, and
I'll tell
you're gonna go through a lot more. Just be careful and have faith in yourself.
Yeah, I'm not worried. If I've made it this far, I'm not going to die now.
Look out for those egger caps.
Yeah, I'll tell him, see you on the other side, don't get kidnapped.
He's clearly, like last time you were in Ravenmoor, he was suffering a little bit psychologically from the loss of his little sister, but in true childlike fashion, he seems to have bounced back. And he actually laughs at that comment about the other caps and then says, "Just bring Mandus back, okay?
That's the plan.
See you later." And then he just sort of darts off into the darkness. You can see the torch light disappear after a moment or so.
Is there a landmark I can see from the gate?
The gates are kind of like these upright structures, and then immediately they descend downstairs. So it's basically at the edge of an alley, and then you can sort of see across to another alley, and there's shops and houses and things like that lining the street.
Yeah.
But
I'm trying to give something like Sparkle something to fix on to get to me.
well, I think
Moonlight Sparkle just sense where you are.
yeah, probably Moonlight Sparkle
Maybe.
can just sense your location and get to you if you want to just bring Moonlight Sparkle
Yeah.
here.
I think I will. My instructions to Moonlight Sparkle are to come to my position, raise as much attention as you can, weird the distraction.
Okay. And do you unlock the grate and get up on the streets, or what's the plan?
I think the two needy people should go out on the street, and
Yeah.
the squishy people should stay
Should
hidden in
That's
here
a good idea.
and
We should-
throw spells and stuff.
Maybe we should fight in the tower.
Okay.
No, we're not
The-
going to the tower, Hunter.
The one thing I will remind you about the way that the city is laid out, since I have my handy dandy map, somewhere right here. There we go. Is that the tower is actually not very far from the pyramid.
Mm.
So if you're going to fight around here, UNT reinforcements are not going to be far away.
I see.
In fact, you guys can look at this map if you want. I think everything should be pretty evident where it is. I'm gonna get some water with this.
Okay, so we need to be in the noble quarters where her residence is.
Yeah.
But we need a place with lots of room. What does this say? Park. Oh, park.
Well, our main objective is to slay the dragons, right?
Yeah, the problem is we're too close to the pyramid, so if we do it here, then the UNT are going to come and be reinforcements. So we need to find a place.
But that's actually not a terrible thing, because we are supposed to be peeling people off to get Dawn and the rest to safety.
That's true, but can we handle that? The UNT on top of the dragons? That's gonna
It
be a
depends on
lot.
if the queen comes along too, right?
Right.
Mm.
Who knows if the queen will come herself or not?
Well, I'll be in the sky.
Which exit are
I could fly too.
the refugees going to take to get to the
but I wonder.
The southern exit.
southern exit? So yeah, maybe we go to the park so that we have a lot of area to cause.
The park would also be a good landmark.
It's a good landmark for and it would draw UNT from the pyramid away from the southern exit that way too.
Yeah, I like that plan.
Where are we going?
To the
To
park, which is.
A stroll in the park.
The camera's down here.
Oh,
You can just actually point the camera at it here.
I'm on the move.
Can you see that at all?
Yeah, it's a little
Yeah,
fuzzy,
so
but I can see
this
it.
is-
I can see park really close.
Yeah, this is the pyramid. There's the tower. That's the park, and this is the exit that they're gonna go through.
Okay.
So we were thinking if we go to the park,
Yeah.
then it'll draw people from the pyramid up to the park and away from this exit because that's where the refugees are going to be leaving.
Okay. We can try that.
Yeah.
Worst case is we teleport to safety, I guess.
Yeah, I can always get us out if we know that we're cleared.
All
I
right.
can teleport us to the cave or wherever.
All right. Yeah, sounds like a better plan than.
You just have
Any-
if things start to go bad, just make sure you come within 10 feet of me.
Okay.
You don't have to come and hold my hand or anything, just within 10 feet of me, and then I can get us to safety.
I'll let Eli volunteer for that.
Well, we all have to be.
No, I mean the holding hand part.
Oh.
Okay. So with that, then, if you've decided to make your way towards the park, Harmony, I think it would be that you, as you sort of step out into the street a little bit and get your bearings, you recognize this street as the street that would lead towards the park where you first met Crazy Homeless Guy,
Right.
and got your first tip about Alan's whereabouts, and that's sort of what brings that to mind. And so the group of you begin to make your way there, presumably stealthily, until you get there?
I'm actually waiting here for the horse.
Oh,
So
okay.
you're gonna come flying in?
In
I'll
which
wait
case,
with you.
then,
Okay.
Since I can fly, I'll wait with
so do you send off the message for Moonlight Sparkle to come right away? What order are you going to wait till they get towards the park?
It's up to you.
You should probably give us some time,
Yeah,
and then Moonlight Sparkle can be a distraction.
exactly. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Come on, Hunter.
Let's go.
We're stealth into the park.
Okay.
We're stealthing. Okay, here we go.
Eli will come with as well.
Yeah, Eli should come with, and then we should be able to find
Oh,
a place to hide.
one's not as good.
Did pretty well.
Okay, how did Harmony do?
17.
Hey, same as Eli.
Yay.
Hunter
10.
and Byakko?
14.
Wow.
Yeah, I rolled 2.
For Byakko as well?
No, yeah, Byakko was 14, or he rolled a 2 for Byakko, yeah.
Fortunately, with 2 17s, that's 2 successes, and that's enough to make your group succeed at your stealth check.
Woohoo!
It's a good thing y'all didn't
Yeah.
have daddies there.
Yeah.
Or Dawn.
Or Dawn.
Yeah.
I just took her out
We're
of
slowly
my,
shedding our worst stealth people.
I just took
Yep.
Dawn out of my stack of initiative cards.
Mm.
Thaddeus, you see them get out of sight and presumably wait a few minutes until they get close to the park, and then send that telepathic order to Moonlight Sparkle. And you see from over the rooftop of one of the houses that is presumably blocking your view of the tower, Moonlight Sparkle, your beautiful blue celestial Pegasus mount, spread its wings and leap from the top of the tower and spiral up into the sky into view, and you can immediately see black shadowy shapes beginning to flock that direction as Moonlight Sparkle then goes into a direct dive bomb towards you. Go ahead and roll initiative for Moonlight Sparkle.
Moonlight Sparkle is probably going to share my initiative because he's going
Okay,
to
so just roll initiative for yourself,
not combat.
and we'll just count it as just Moonlight Sparkle for now.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh no!
No, wait, that's wrong because I don't have any dexterity bonus. I was going to say how's a 3, but how's a 1?
Ooh, yeah. Hold on, let me just... I need to switch
Well.
this music.
Can't get any worse than that.
Yeah, the good news is Moonlight Sparkle travels 90 feet per round and can dash or disengage.
That's good.
Dragons also move pretty quick per round.
He says menacingly.
Yeah. Are they also immune to fire?
These ones now.
Shut up!
Can I have your initiative card?
Just kidding.
Shut up!
So the dragons, basically, you can see that 3 of them managed to get up to Moonlight Sparkle and catch up in the middle of the dash before Moonlight Sparkle can get fully away.
Okay.
And they begin to claw at Moonlight Sparkle.
Oh no.
So
No.
if you have the stats at, actually they're going to make bite
I
attacks.
see it. That's that.
How does a 23 to hit?
Card.
Whoops.
Instead of napkin.
Yeah, that'd be
Spaz.
better.
And an 11?
Yeah, a purple
Misses,
one.
actually.
Moonlight Sparkle.
And a 7.
Misses.
Okay, so just one bite manages to
Moonlight Sparkle lives.
plant
Hooray!
doing a total of 11 piercing damage. And then it is Moonlight Sparkle's turn.
Okay.
Moonlight Sparkle is maybe, we'll say, like 500 feet away from you at this point.
Yeah, can I disengage and fly?
Yep. So how far does Moonlight Sparkle get?
90 feet. Because that's an action and a move.
Okay. The dragons beat their wings furiously, trying to keep up these 3 shadowy dragons, but they're too small and they're not fast enough. So they only
Yeah, that's
manage,
right.
They only manage to advance 60 feet, so they're still about 30 feet behind Moonlight Sparkle. But the 3 of them open their dark maws, and you can see shadowy breath beginning to form there, and they launch it towards Moonlight Sparkle. So Moonlight Sparkle needs to make 3 dexterity saving throws.
Okay. Saving throws.
Then you can
Oh,
roll
yeah.
them all 3 at once. On the first one. Yeah.
You gosh, these are all bad. This,
11.
how's a 14 do?
14 does it.
Okay, the other 10 probably fails.
10 does fail.
Yeah, so one success, 2 fails.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have given you a You go in
Let's
jail.
just take that.
Hunter has them all.
So the
What do
two-
I have?
For the 2 failures,
Nothing.
Moonlight Sparkle takes 32 points of necrotic damage,
Ooh,
Okay,
and for the success, it's 8 points of necrotic damage.
so 32 plus 8.
40.
Okay.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
How's Moonlight Sparkle doing?
bad.
Well, it's then Moonlight Sparkle's turn.
Moonlight Sparkle, well, the good news is that now Moonlight Sparkle can dash. because it doesn't have to disengage.
Right, so it gets
So-
180 feet.
Yes. I don't think they can use their breath weapon again after that.
No, their breath seemed to fizzle out after 40 feet. You just passed Moonlight Sparkle last time. So Moonlight Sparkle is now like 270 feet away from you, and the dragons then on their turn will try and... I'm just going to keep going with these two unless the rest of you have something to jump in. You can see this happening from the park, probably.
Can
Yeah,
I
you're
reach
right.
them with my bow?
No, not yet.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Wait for it.
I'm gonna find
Waiting
a
for
place to hide in the park,
Okay.
and I'm gonna suggest that Eli does the same.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check then. I'll roll one for Eli in just a second. I'm just trying to work out, let's see, so they're going to go 120 feet,
That's very good.
but they're still way out of range of Moonlight Sparkle.
Thanks.
Fail to recharge their breath weapons. Eli's stealth check will be a 3.
Nice.
What was yours?
21.
21.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
And then Hunter and Byakko, are you hiding?
Are we doing what? Hiding?
Yep.
In the park.
Yeah, sure. I'll hide next to them as well. Byakko gets a natural 20, which is 32.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter, however, gets a 12. And I would like to ready an action to shoot one of the shadow dragons, my bow.
Okay, they're still a ways off from you.
That's fine.
But it is then their turn. They dash, but can't keep up with Moonlight Sparkle. Moonlight Sparkle dashes again. It looks like Moonlight Sparkle has basically made it free of the dragons at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to roll. But the rest of you from the park, you can see other shadowy forms beginning to take to the sky from elsewhere. You see 2 more of these smaller black shadowy dragons and 1 massive shadow that begins to take to the sky from the direction of the pyramids. And as it ascends towards the clouds, like the rest of the sky seems to just darken around it. And you know, Harmony and Hunter, that you have seen
Oh, no,
this
it's that
dragon
one?
once before, when you and Mandus traversed the Shadowfell on the way to Cranston Manor all those months ago. There was a dragon that leapt from the spires of the castle and landed right next to you before you plane shifted out of there. And you recognize the form of Kitus, the formerly bronze shadow dragon, taking to the sky and headed this direction.
Is he coming toward the park?
No, he's coming towards where Moonlight Sparkle went.
Okay. Fun! Whose idea was this again?
And all but one of the ones that was chasing Moonlight Sparkle manages to regain its shadow breath,
Cool.
but not before Moonlight Sparkle lands next to Thaddeus.
Alright. Thaddeus is going to mount Moonlight Sparkle.
Mm-hmm.
Use a bonus action to give Moonlight Sparkle his extra AC. And then use its action to lay hands on Moonlight Sparkle and heal her.
Okay, how much?
For 30, because I believe the rest of what I've got.
Okay. And then, Mara, you now have the...
Oh, and then I can actually leave because Moonlight Sparkle acts on my turn.
That's true.
You're gonna leave Mara there?
Wait, Mara wasn't with us?
No,
Yeah, she's
No,
with
she
me.
stayed back with Thaddeus.
because I can
Oh,
fly.
okay.
I
Yeah.
assumed you'd be riding with him.
I see.
Because your flight speed is what? 60 feet?
Mine?
No.
No.
Oh.
Mars. What is your
Whatever the
speed?
fly spell is.
Oh, it's over here.
I've got it, I think. Fly speed gives you a speed of 60.
Okay.
Yeah, and he can go 90. So
Yeah. So I'm gonna be
it'd be
mixed.
faster if you ride with him and then you don't
No,
waste
but
fly.
here's the thing. I'm gonna be mixed up with them, giving her
I see.
sneak attacks.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Okay, at this point, I think I need initiatives from everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've got Hunter and Byakko here. Just tell me what you get.
Huh?
Just tell me what you get, and I'll write it down for Hunter and Byakko.
Alright. Hunter got a 21. Yako gets a, that's pretty high too.
Checking to make sure we
I
can
just want to know what they were.
Yeah.
nosy.
Yako got a 20.
No, that's Thaddeus.
Lots of fast initiatives. Cool.
Yeah, lots of fast initiatives and then that.
What did you get?
A 1.
Oh no.
Such a weird name.
I know.
All right, Mara.
Yeah.
Moonlight Sparkle has landed. Thaddeus has hopped on. He's basically instructed you that he's going to give you the opportunities you need to place your arrows in the right places, and then he has begun to take off. He didn't get far because Moonlight Sparkle had to use a lot of the turn to get
But
to
I think I would have been going toward the park.
Right. And then it is your turn, Mara. What would you like to do?
Hold an action
Okay. For what?
for if a dragon gets too close to Moonlight Sparkle like that.
The dragons are, at this point, about 120 feet out from... no, they'd be closer to like 300 feet out from Moonlight Sparkle and Thaddeus, I think. Let's go with 200. I know I said a lot of numbers.
Yeah.
Let's go with 200. So when they get closer, you're going to shoot an arrow at one of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Hunter, what would you like to do? It seems as if Thaddeus is about to fly this direction. I assume you're communicating via the earrings.
Well, if
Well-
we can.
You can.
They're only 150 feet range.
Oh, then no.
But we can
How far away
see
are they?
what's happening.
They're maybe, we'll say 500 feet away
Alright, well I'll take some shots then.
and heading this direction.
Yeah, my range is 600, so I'm gonna start firing.
Is that your disadvantage range?
Nope, I don't have disadvantage at max range.
Because of the scope, but you don't
With
get
sharpshooter.
Oh, that's right.
You are an overpowered fighter.
It's my fault.
I did not
It
put
won't
any
happen
stat
next
bonuses
campaign.
at level. I only got feats, so that was the disadvantage I took from that. But works for right now.
Next
So
campaign,
are they up in the air still?
Yeah, they're still up in the air.
What's the highest one?
When we get hit by
Maybe 50 feet up?
Okay. Yeah. I'll shoot one of them. See what we get here. Shooter, the scope. Let's see. That's a 27 to hit.
27 does hit, yes.
Okay. Then I'll use the bowstring on the first one.
Okay.
Might as well. If I can find it. Here it is.
We're just going to go through this one round of combat and then end it.
Okay. Alright, number 6. That is a telekinesis.
Okay, so that's a strength saving throw.
Strength, I guess.
That is a 17. 18.
8 passes.
Okay, so yeah, the eye stalk at the end of the bow flares up, circles around your arrow, but it doesn't seem to have any effect. What's the damage?
Okay. Damage is... I'm gonna... Since he's flying, I guess I'll make that one a trip attack too.
Okay.
So he has to make another DC 19 strength saving throw.
Fail.
Failed.
Yep, so he's going to take falling damage.
Okay. So he takes, what is that? 12 plus 22, 30 magic piercing damage. And is knocked prone. Then I'll shoot at the other ones. That is a...
That dragon disappears out of the sky as it just plummets from Hunter's attack. The arrow pierces through a wing and it plummets and disappears behind a house.
Nice.
You can see like a dirt cloud rise up as it lands.
Nice. That's a lot of falling damage.
It was 50 feet.
Cool.
26 to hit.
Hits.
On another one? Okay. I'll just do damage on these ones. That is 9, 18, 27 damage on the first one. And the next one is the 25 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. And that is, ooh, nice. 30 piercing damage.
On that same one?
Yeah, on the one that's flying. Or the next one that's flying, I guess.
That one is still in the air, and it is flying towards you. You can tell that your arrows are being caught up in the shadows a little bit, like before. But it looks injured.
Okay. And that is what I'm going to do.
Okay, Yakko?
Yakko will... Did you draw a map for this?
No.
No.
Okay. I guess he will hold an action and pounce on a nearby hostile creature if it presents itself.
There's no hostile creatures at the moment.
Yeah, if anything pops up though. If that's possible.
Sure. Then Harmony. It's your turn.
What is even within range?
The closest dragons to you are like 500 feet away.
Yeah, I'm Firebolt. No, I'm not. I'm gonna stay hidden, and I'm going to wait.
Okay. The dragons definitely saw the arrows coming from the park, and they are following Moonlight Sparkle that direction. So things are coming to you. They're just not there yet.
Yeah. What about
Never
the big guy? Is he coming this way too?
He's coming this direction. He's even farther off, though.
Okay.
Where is he coming from?
The direction of the pyramid.
Okay.
Okay.
But he's coming fast.
Yeah. Can I? Does it look like the dragons are gonna come here by the next round? Like on their next turn?
Maybe the round after that.
Okay, then yeah, I'm not gonna do anything.
They're not moving quite that fast.
And I'm not doing nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, but preparatory spells. You guys said that.
I mean, what?
Preparatory spells.
No.
Like buffs or anything.
No, I don't have buff spell. Are you kidding?
You don't
Waste.
Have, you don't have make armor?
What a waste. I did. I got rid of it.
Can you stop drumming, please?
So picky.
Really loud.
You see the massive black dragon get much closer. I mean, I don't have the mini. I'll show you next time.
The massive mini.
He moves at a rate similar to Moonlight Sparkle's, and he begins to come in this direction. And as he beats his massive wings, you can see just like air currents that it creates buffeting against the houses below. And as he gets closer, and Hunter, you train your scope on him, you see a fearsome sight, which is there's a woman standing on the very back in between the wings, and you can see that she's brandishing a spear, and she has this hair that is literally snakes that curls around. There are these black snakes that curl around her shoulders, and you can see that she is shouting some sort of a war cry from off in the distance and making her way this way on the back of this giant shadow dragon. And then...
This is about to get real metal.
Yeah,
Then the young shadow dragons come closer, but they're unable to catch up with Moonlight Sparkle. But Mara can take a shot at one of the injured ones if she wants.
Okay, do it.
Do it.
You can see the one that fell to the ground takes to the air again, but he's
I
behind
have
the
to actually
others.
hit first before you
I
go.
know. See,
What are you hitting? Oh, your short bow. Nice. Short bow. Plus 9.
24.
That hits.
And that counts for sneak attack, right?
No, there's nothing next to it,
Okay. And no sneak attack.
unfortunately.
Because it's not melee.
Mhm.
Well, it's this.
This is like the only circumstance where Mara doesn't get sneak attack. 9 points of damage?
It's like compared to hunters. So sad.
That arrow pierces into one of its chest scales, but it continues to fly in this direction, getting closer and closer, and it will be basically upon you in its next turn. Do you want to move anywhere? Towards the park?
One towards the park.
You could fly after me too.
She can't. She used her action to attack.
She
has
can
to fly.
run as fast as she can fly, though, with her bonus action.
It's true.
Yeah, I guess I'll run next to Hunter.
Okay, well, Hunter's a ways off, but you can basically run underneath Thaddeus and Moonlight Sparkle
Okay.
Toward the park.
towards the park.
Yeah, Hunter's in the park. You're not in
Okay.
the park yet.
Then that was the young shadow dragons, and then it is Thaddeus' turn.
Alright, how far away am I from the giant guy?
He is still maybe quite a ways off, like 400 feet at this point.
I'm gonna do some stuff. I'm definitely gonna do that.
Don't do it, Patty.
Let's see. Okay. I think Thaddeus was going directly to the park, but he kind of like shifts to go like mostly toward the park, but it's now like kind of heading toward also the giant dragon.
Okay, so you're kind of interposing yourself between the giant dragon and the park.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think, but at just the same rate, so 90 feet, and then I'm gonna have Moonlight Sparkle take the dodge action as well,
Okay.
and then also give Moonlight Sparkle
Your shield.
my shield. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Remember that all for next week because that's where we're going to pick up.
Yep.
As this large dragon looms behind the forms of its smaller brethren, a warrior queen of Medusas standing upon its back. We'll pick up there next week, Monday, 7 p.m. Pacific time.
Oh,
Good to see
boy.
you guys back.
Next week? Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
The thing that was potentially blocking next week got
It's not.
canceled.
Okay. Good.
Yep. So next week, 7 p.m. Pacific time, we'll be back for this battle against a
A
Shadow
shit ton
dragon?
of dragons!
bunch of shadow dragons and a Medusa warrior queen. Which
This
should
is
be
like
awesome.
this is seriously the size of a van. You know?
This is like even better than that time we fought those things down in the Raven Queen's memory pit.
Yep.
You
We're,
guys are,
we're definitely gonna survive this.
you're in a
Oh,
much
totally.
better strategic position than you were then. That's for sure.
It is.
So, all right. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Night.